The Galactic Historian team is coming to you this October 26th through the 29th for a 4-day U.S. event set in the picturesque Willamette Valley, a place known for its healing potential, nestled in the heart of beautiful wine country.
Hello, I'm Andrew Bartzis, the Galactic Historian. Join me and our incredible team of spiritual guides for an unforgettable experience at the Living the Mystical Life Daily 3 Conference in the No Drug Mystical Experience Retreat.
Hello, I'm Laura Massey of Two Feathers Medicine. This event is a unique opportunity to connect deeply with yourself and a like-minded community as we embark on a journey of sacred self-mastery and living our mystical lives daily.
Hello, I'm Dale Tobin from Symmetry of Health. At this event, you'll get the opportunity to sample our innovative combined healing therapy for yourself, including the rare Lucia light and all the new ambisonic therapy chamber, a 3D sound experience designed to guide you into a deep state of relaxation and rejuvenation.
Hello, I'm Amy Kruzic from Universal Citizen Media. We're excited to bring you in-person presentations, live demonstrations, and immersive group healing experiences that will elevate your spiritual practice.
Day 1 and 2 will feature the highly anticipated Living the Mystical Life Daily number 3 conference, discovering new teachings, guided meditations, and captivating presentations by myself and our incredible team.
And days 3 and 4 will take you on a mystical journey without use of drugs or hallucinogens at the No Drug Mystical Experience Retreat. Immerse yourself in guided healing journeys and a multidimensional sound experience.
Together, we'll dive deep into healing and self-discovery, utilizing state-of-the-art technologies and ancient wisdom.
And with the Manifest package, early bird tickets are available until July 31st, 2024 for just $2,000. Secure your spot today and enjoy exclusive bonus offers and additional perks.
Don't miss this incredible opportunity for growth and healing.
And meet us in person in the beautiful Willamette Valley.
And elevate your spiritual practice with all new teachings from the Galactic Historian team.
Join us in Oregon on October 26th through the 29th, 2024. Reserve your spot today and embark on a journey of transformation, connection, and mystical exploration.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Talking Stick Show. So I'd like to welcome the co-host. We have the great Laura Massey.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talking Stick.
And we have the Galactic historian, Andrew Bartzis.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Andrew. And we have the great Amy Kruzic.
Hello, everybody.
How are you all today? Are you ready to do this?
Yes.
No.
So welcome, everyone.
As there's a variety of boomers in the background going, why the fuck are they whispering? What the hell is this show?
So this week we have the ASMR journey. We have the Reiki healing for those who are triggered politically. There's a lot going on at the moment. We've had a few unexpected things happen in the last week. Andrew's done breaking news shows, so we all know what's going on. So this show is dedicated to help people and assist people come out of adrenal gland mode into a state of healing and peace. So Laura, what does ASMR mean for those who've never heard of it before?
So it's the autonomic. Hold on. Which way around is it? Autonomic. Hold on, I had it just now. Help me out, guys.
Sensory.
I thought sensory was the last one. Okay. Somebody tell me.
Autonomic sensory meridian response.
Thank you.
Boomer.
Yes.
You did it, Laura.
It does. Autonomic sensory.
Meridian.
What does it mean? Break the word down.
Well, that's the autonomic system that we have, right? Is that the adrenal part of the body?
The adrenaline affects it a lot.
The adrenaline, the cortisol, right? All that.
Yep.
Giving people an experience of tingling, static-like goosebump sensations as well.
You're intentionally trying to triggering it in the person.
Yeah.
They've reached a sense of trust and calmness that the noises will naturally create a cooing type of purring energy inside a person.
It makes kind of like a physiological change in the heart rate and breathing and relaxed techniques. It's kind of like a relaxed technique.
So with all the polarity, I guess, on the news and so on, we are easily getting triggered, or many people are getting triggered and not knowing to stay in that sacred neutral space.
Yes.
Yep.
And what else could it do?
It can access like pleasure in the brain.
When people are so serious, they can't have fun. It can remind them of fun-based experiences, relaxing-based experiences. When that serious stick is so far up their ass, it becomes a giant Eiffel Tower. Okay, it helps them go through that moment where the Eiffel Tower gets rapidly removed and the butt cheeks can go back to normal strength, and they just feel normal for a moment. A lot of people who are emotionally challenged cannot regulate their emotions. Up, down emotions. ASMR is a very powerful, relaxing tool, far better than a meditation because their emotions cycle through their meditations, and their meditations are just inner voices screaming at them by moments of silence. That's not meditation if you can't control the voices and they start screaming at you in the meditation.
So does ASMR help you focus more because of the sounds involved?
It can, but it's not about a tool of focus. It's a tool of disconnection, distraction, and relaxation.
I was just going to say
dopamine releases.
There can be very much be a dopamine release depending on the subject matter and the depth in which the subject matter creates the tingling response, hair on the back of their head, warmth in their body.
Does dopamine take you out of adrenal?
Not always. Sometimes it can put you into very positive adrenal energy.
Because people get dopamine from depression, don't they, as well? So
They can, yes,
yeah,
but it's a very low amount.
Yeah.
Dopamine, but it doesn't have the cortisol backup.
Okay.
So this helps regulate the body a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's the obvious stuff. Okay, sexuality. Okay, for people who have difficult times maintaining that journey, especially for women who don't allow themselves to have orgasmic energies or believe they've never had an orgasm because there's some kind of trauma inside them blocking it. And the same for men who have premature ejaculation. This can be one of those things that can extend that heightened sense of turned on energy that can allow it to go more than 5 or 6 minutes, penetrating the woman without penetration, penetrating the man without having to have a longer version hardness, in which they can enter that state of closeness with themselves.
So it's increasing sensitivity.
Yes, it can, yeah. But activating that increased sensitivity in such a way that it allows the sexuality energy to be activated, and it's to start to catalyze the internal parts, energies, perceptions.
Mm-hmm.
So it stimulates that sexual energy.
Depending on the subject
sensualness.
matter, depending on the subject matter, yeah. Because it could all be about just hugging, okay, without penetration, with energy.
But sensualness too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily sexuality.
And I think I believe ASMR can also be visual. You can do visual with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guided ASMR.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Now let's talk about the light workers using Reiki with their tits hanging out in a video that backlinks to an OnlyFans page. That's the truth. A lot of these ASMR people. Okay. Can you blame a girl for trying? No. Okay. It's hustle energy. They're tapping into something that in its own way can create a healing frequency. Do their tits need to be hanging out in the video? No. But they are. And for those people that are new to ASMR, if you see the tits hanging out in the video, ask yourself why. Laura, Amy, have you ever intentionally let them flow out in a show?
No.
Not intentionally, no. So it could be a bit of a distraction.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be a distraction.
Did either of the twins ever peek out accidentally?
We need ratings. No.
You need ratings.
They don't actually see you, they just see tits. That's all they say.
Right.
Yeah, they don't see anyone but tits.
But that adds to the ASMR value.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the visual. That's the visual part.
It's the visual part. Breasts,
that's the arousal.
Breasts are not necessarily arousal energy. They are a state of peace when you were breastfed or you weren't breastfed enough. Okay, putting your head between the breasts isn't always a sexual energy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a state of peace and love. But that's all inferred by the observer, not the person posted the booby shots. Okay? This is why inferred energy is very important to understand why ASMR can really deeply penetrate people and activate positive frequencies in them, even if it is backlinked to an OnlyFans page. Okay?
Because it leaves so much to the imagination of the listener.
Sure. And there are a lot of OnlyFans pages that have huge ASMR content, but just bikini shots and ass shots or just naked shots, not penetration porn. just nude shots, high quality nude shots or medium quality nude shots. Is there anything wrong with that? No.
No.
No. It's when the OnlyFans page becomes abusive in their marketing and the demanding that you pay much higher ridiculousness or pay for explicit content. Once you start having the journey of paying for explicit content, you have a person that's come for a healing and stayed for a porn show. Okay, it's no different than a stripper on the pole with full access, except you can't touch. It's a peep show. Okay, and that can become destructive to people's sexualities. It can be destructive, but it also can be healing short term for those people who have a broken sexual energy. It might just be enough to break them in there. That's why, when it comes to OnlyFans and porn, porn itself in general is a terrible thing. It's because of the way men and women consume it, okay? Because it's instant gratification, and a lot of the subject titles that are picked for porn things influence what you're going to see before you even see it, okay? And that's one of the reasons OnlyFans took off, because it didn't have the poisonous titling like what many of the porn sites have. It's just the girl next door. That's more than enough words. Okay? Everyone has their fantasy of the boy next door or the girl next door. Okay? Unfortunately, porn sites like, this is the nun down the street. Okay? Okay?
Well, the girl next door is kind of like the Daisy Duke,
Exactly.
Yeah, some people have that visual.
Right.
Not Little House on the Prairie.
No.
No.
Even though Melissa Gilbert was hot.
Yeah, even though.
What creates the tingling? Is that the parasympathetic?
It can be parasympathetic and sympathetic. It's something that happens in babies. But I mean, you guys have had children. Have you ever had your baby coo at you? Mm-hmm. That's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay.
And
now, what do you think the cooing is? When the babies are cooing, what is it?
I think it's a release of something.
Yeah.
I like that, like Laura was saying, the dopamine release. Like they're just happy.
When we enter that ASMR state, we are, in a sense, cooing. And the people can respond and feel it. Now, it does go back to early childhood energies. People that were ignored as a young child, didn't get the breastfeeding, had abuse energy, ASMR can be extremely healing for them and confusing.
And I just got chills when you said going back to childhood.
Yeah,
like, why did I just get chills about that? Because I'm remembering something, right?
Yeah, you're remembering something, exactly.
Yeah.
I guess it's a bit like when your mum does your hair. If you have an Indian head massage or somebody touches your hair gently, you can get those lovely tingling feelings. So that's going back to childhood as well, I guess.
Yeah. I know that, it's important for touch for babies, especially newborns, to touch them,
Very important, yep.
Very important. But autistic children are a little different. You have to approach them in a different kind of way. So what's going on in their body that's different than,
They're wired differently.
Wiring, yeah.
Okay. Now, somebody has from Ice Fox Cat. Is it healthy? Can fantasies be healthy, or are they destructive because they aren't based in reality? The answer is it's both. There can come a moment where you fall in love with a fantasy. That's gone too far. The journey on up to it is the arousal journey. A lot of people don't realize in the masturbation journey, there's a whole other lot of mechanics beyond the fantasy going on there. Okay, there's the touching and playing with yourself, and that touching and playing energy has a dialogue with a narrator in it. And sometimes the narrator takes over the dialogue and allows us to be able to touch ourselves at the same time being the narrator of control. You can see how the different forms of connection, disconnection happen there. And when we are able to make an energy that allows us to be the narrator and the experiencer at the same time while touching, that is what pure masturbation is. But as I said earlier, once you fall in love with a fantasy, it can go awry very fast.
And you can have entities behind it, can't you?
Yeah, oftentimes it's the mechanical journey of being the narrator and the experiencer, and not necessarily the visual person that's giving the masturbatory positive experience. And everyone's got to go through that own inner journey of narration versus self-play versus subject matter, because sometimes the subject matter is just there to give the narrator a powerful energy to turn yourself on through the tips of your fingers or whatever it is that you're doing. Now, back to fantasy, when narrator and person playing with themselves becomes engrossed with imagery and they're able to have multiple releases over many different attempts, you are able to actually have orgasmic release. But unfortunately, it isn't the same orgasmic release of having another person's energy intermingled with you, which is why we fall in love with a fantasy, because we are desiring that intermingling of energy. Now, one can develop their own ASMR journey where you are allowing the narrator's voice to come through. This would require you to pre-record your masturbatory experience, and then you'll be listening to it with the intention of getting those tingles up and energies flowing, where it's not about the fantasy, but it's about the control of the narration. That's a clippable one, Joel, let me tell you. Masturbation side. That shit's good. That shit's good.
So also, like it can be achieved without touch as well. So what's happening there with creating the thought with the energy?
The narrator is the magician.
Okay.
Now, no touch orgasm has been around since the dawn of orgasms. Okay, the human body can do it, but there's a state of trust, and then there's trust to arousal equation. You may trust yourself, but you may not trust the room. There might be people in the next room, and therefore you've got to lower your volume, or there's absolutely no one in the house, and you trust yourself, but you can't get the motor started. Okay? There's a variety of environmental and mental, semi-environmental subject matters going on. Shame, blame, guilt. Okay? Or I can only do it with porn, or I've fallen in love with a fantasy and I know I can't use that anymore. Where do I start now? Okay?
And all of those have an impact on the reality that you're trying to create.
Correct.
But what about there's an expectation thing, and I don't just mean sexually. Like if you know somebody's coming up behind you to touch your bare shoulders, but you don't feel them yet, but there is that lovely expectation energy of it that can bring on tingles.
Sure, that's your sixth sense activating to the presence of their energy. Yeah. And that tingling is the presence of their energy comfortably entering your field and activating an energy of your meridians that is an energetic surprise, but no flinch. Mm-hmm. Here's a gift.
So I guess that's why porn's so damaging, because you've got you have to use mental images all the time and use your brain, and you kind of lose that touch of actual love to yourself without anything attached.
Sure. And then after a while, if you're actually connecting to the actual being, you have all these other people that are masturbating to it. So it's a very toxic astral environment.
Yeah.
So is it that the brain is getting far too involved rather than the feeling? Because the brain is trying to feel something that is sensory.
Yeah, but like I said, that narrator can also be the heart telling the brain to go through the relaxation, or it could be the heart telling the brain to go through the relaxation, or the brain and heart working together. So it can be all of that. Again, that narrator's voice is so vital for the creation of that positive masturbatory process.
So if people found it hard to kind of like give themselves energy, could you put yourself in like another version and project out to that, if you get what I mean? If people found
that's
it so
awful
hard.
light worker, but it's awful light worker in your description. But
Yeah,
people
yeah,
oftentimes in their masturbation journey, it's not them; it's another enhanced version of them.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
One that always looks great in whatever clothes there are, and everywhere they go, they have the car that they want, they have the life that they want.
Yeah.
Now that can also be negative after a while, because you'll never live up to your own internal sexual view of yourself. So when you go to be with a full partner, you're not that dab, suave, debonair person who's in your fantasy. You're the clumsy, three left-footed person with a small penis.
Yeah.
Okay? Because in your vision, your penis is always huge. Okay? I'm just being blunt here with every man out there. Okay?
It's funny.
So what is it in a whisper then? I mean, the obvious thing is it's gentle, but the whole frequency is different in a whisper, because a whisper almost equates to a very soft touch.
A whisper can be an energetic touch. Now, a whisper is entering the auditory tone with the intention of creating sensory reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And what in the energy, frequency, and vibration of the word can transfer into sensory activation, which is what ASMR is. The journey of finding all of those innate built-in human triggers that we have as little babies. Like on a baby, when you rub the bottoms of their feet, what happens? Their toes curl.
Yeah.
Okay, there's like 12 built-in autonomic baby responses. But there's all sorts of other autonomic responses we develop from baby to toddler to younging. Okay? And we're trying to get to that energy and discover them, what the broad spectrum of them could be.
And there is ASMR around us all day, every day.
Sure, all the time.
All the time. It's when you're in the walking, on the bus, but we don't pay attention. We kind of like
tune it out.
Yeah. So what is it, like you were talking about babies, when they first hear that really loud noise, like something falls and drops, and they, their first response is always like that, like a shake.
A flinch.
A flinch. A flinch.
A flinch is a natural autonomic response to something that was unexpected, out of the range of perception, and did something to the sensory overload energy that causes the mind to have an outburst of response.
But the child, if a child is abused, then, like, say a teacher, they go to school, the teacher doesn't know, and the teacher touches them, or even like, some men will hold you on the shoulders, like squeeze it. And that's a response, they flinch.
Let's say they flinch. But there are other children who immediately grab the hand and try to twist the teacher's arm to get off of me because you're now taking control of me and you're going to abuse me energy.
Yeah.
Okay? There's different developments of the response to it.
Yeah.
So,
What?
would some people be triggered by SME in a negative way due to these childhood situations?
Sure. Absolutely. But it can also help heal it because the trigger can bring memories back that were just out of perception. Okay?
And is it, I mean, obviously it's about the people use different sorts of equipment, like we're going to in a minute, various things to get sounds. So what is it about those sounds? The vibration, and the frequency combined? Because some will work for some people and not for others. That's just a personal energy match.
Everyone has had a different environmental journey while they were developing the variety of their neural pathways that solidified a young mind who was growing and learning and making more neural pathways that weren't dealing with trauma, but were dealing with the cognitive functions of being a personality who had to communicate verbally and non-verbally to mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, people at school and outside of school, as well as an inner dialogue that was going on because there's still an innocent inner child.
Mm-hmm.
That's another clippable one.
So, Ken, this just came to me. So, like you were talking about certain memories, I like trains, right? The sound of trains,
Yep.
because I lived near one that would come by, and some people can't stand the sound of trains.
Yep.
Can people, and then I want to use the word, can people split themselves in a way? What am I trying to get to? There's something here. So let's say at home, they don't like that sound, whatever sound it is, or touch or something, but at school, they don't mind their friend holding their hand.
Because the challenge of the environment is different.
Ah.
The environmental is far more influential in the equation of response.
Okay. That makes sense to me.
Okay. All right, everybody. So we're going to go do an ASMR journey. We're here to help trigger and relax you. Just sit back, relax, and let the sounds do what they do. It'll be much different than us talking to you. They'll be whispering, there'll be little noises in the background. Each of us are going to do one little bit, and then after the bit, we're going to talk about it, see what your responses are, do a little Q&A, and then we'll move on to the next person, so on and so forth. Dale?
Yep. What's that? Can you hear me? Yep.
No,
Andrew.
Cannot hear you at all. And Dale's not allowed to use the word allow.
So just closing your eyes. I've been waiting for you.
Are you an evil clown?
So allow yourself to have a seat.
You're not allowed to use allow.
I'm happy to see you. Let's give you tingles. Staying still. Wonderful. I'm breathing softly. Let's give you sensations. Very nice. into your ear. As I give you personal attention, I breathe into your ear. As I give you this warm feeling, how does that feel? Good. You're perfect. Feel this sound slowly moving inside you. Here it comes. Staying perfectly still. Good. Relax as it still comes to you. As I send warmth to your heart. Allow the freedom. And who's next?
Talk about what people felt, what they heard. Amy, Laura, what did you guys feel from it?
I have to unmute.
Yes. Go on, Amy.
I liked that, Dale. I liked well, I do like the breathing, that appeals to me. Like the wind, because I love the wind. I love the feeling of the wind, and you just brought that.
Thank you,
You brought
Amy.
the wind in. Yeah, for sure. For me.
Yes, it did feel very much quite powerful, like something to stir you a bit first. And the different sounds keep your attention.
Thank you, Laura.
Yeah.
Andrew?
So, being completely honest, my autonomic response was, "This is Stephen King's It evil clown voice." Okay? But that's my response, and I even typed it in the chat. Not evil clown whisper. That was my response. The other people didn't have that. Okay, I don't have fear of clowns, but that's what it brought up to me. It's like you're doing a haunting voice to me. I'm like, and I'm like, you need to be more sexy energy.
Okay.
But the whistling, all that stuff was great. It showed many of your other skills of relaxation, etc. But for me, the triggering was, yes, it was a haunting clown voice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go next. Find yourself. What is your name? When were you born? Can you remember your first memory? Where did you first see this world? Go back to the beginning, back to the better place, where you were of wolf and man. Shapeshift your reality back to the fetus in the womb, before arms, legs, and the wisdom of full human. Today is an infinite presence. Should you choose to open your world, open the fetus infinite journey, open your mind all of you struggling to hear these words, you are still in the struggle of being human. You are a fetus in eternal perception. Shapeshift your reality back to the better place before you were man. Are you ready for the responsibility of being human once more? There we go.
Wow.
Wow.
That was
Sounded like a party ship coming in at the end there.
Foghorn.
Right.
it sounded to me like that was the horn calling me back
Yep.
to
Like it was,
pre-birth. That was like the bugle, come back. I love the shape-shifting and the wow, actually made me want to cry a bit. But
Yeah.
out of joy and just emotion.
that's great.
It was, really moving. The whisper makes so much difference.
And you have to be at such a low whisper. You want them to struggle to hear. That's the key to ASMR. They got to be right on the edge of struggling to hear. There can't be anything else occupying their brain. Their brain needs to. They need to be affixed to the hearing journey. Now I have a mic where my mic is gained up, but I had my whisper going just right.
Yeah. And you didn't have any sounds in the beginning, and I was thinking, and then you didn't need them because there was so much resonance in the whisper, and also the words you were saying were really important, were really really just added to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I chose to use the sounds later because I wanted you to focus your autonomic response on my words and whisper, which had the frequency of passing on to you.
Wow.
Because the words carry so much frequency on their own. When you mention wolf, and it's like there's something that stirs deep within all of us.
It was like you were
I was questioning if I should have done a whisper howl.
Oh. Well, that's a good one. All right. I'll try.
Okay. Go ahead, Amy.
Okay. Hi, everyone. We are all connected as human beings in this world, and that our actions impact all around us, no matter how small they are. Let the beacon of hope and love begin with us in this world, for it is not broken. It is just beginning. Soften our hearts. Help to see the value and dignity of every human life and within us. Take that inner journey to the child inside. See that little being. What does she or he want to say to you? Talk to them. What are they saying? Is it a whisper? Or is it a very loud voice that wants to be heard inside? Oshanakana ponaikana. Oshakana ko sikuna pa. Brush their hair. Stroke their forehead. Ashanakaya honaka. Honaka bakani. Sikomakai. Osakaya no. Maya. Oshai. Oshakaya. Go within for all of your answers. Okay.
Wow, bravo, Amy.
Wow. Wonderful.
That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I love the
Very
baby
good.
voice.
Very good.
Oh, thanks.
Felt warmth tingling all around the body.
Really?
Like hair standing up, yeah.
No, I did too, actually. When I really dove into it, like it took me a while to get to where I wanted to go. Yeah.
Yeah, it made me feel really relaxed. That's beautiful. I'm sorry, I've got added sound effects that I didn't plan.
You do.
I've got Meg the dog out there. She's gone now, dropping her ball at my feet.
Go ahead, Laura.
Okay. I want you to feel my voice as if it's a gentle wind that tugs at your hair as you stand beneath the trees. And you can feel, not just hear my voice, you feel it around your face. Feel it around your neck. Feel it as it works its way down your spine, across your shoulders, down your arms. Feel the warm breath. Feel the gentleness and the love and the peace that comes with this voice. Allow it to fall gently, just like little raindrops. As my voice falls over your body, allow it to fall down your chest, across your heart. Feel the breath and the voice across your heart, your solar plexus, down your body, down your legs. Allow the voice to be the soft vibration on your skin, all the way down to your feet and into the earth. And now feel the voice as the wind. Flowing across your body. Feel the sensation of the voice as the wind, as breath. Feel it traveling across your skin. And allow the gentleness, the softness to cover you like a lovely soft coat you're putting on, like the softest of pillows where you lay your head, like the softest of feather beds. Lay and allow the voice to caress. Allow the voice to show you unconditional love in equal co-creation with your own energies. And breathe deeply now. And just allow. Just be there, be present. Feel yourself very present in your body so that your feet can feel the breath and the wind, so that your legs can feel it, feel the voice, your abdomen, your stomach, your chest, your arms working up the body again. And across your shoulders, that gentleness, that sensation of pure relaxation, pure joy, as you wait for the next breath, the next touch. On your back, up the back of your head, on your neck, and like the breath, like the gentlest of kisses, across your forehead, on the top of your head, and allow the unconditional love of the universe to flow through you, for air is spirit, and allow that unconditional love to wash over you in these breaths, in this voice, in the frequency that says you are love, you came from love, you will always be love. There we go.
Whoa.
Beautiful, Laura.
Wow. That was great, Laura. It was so cool because I started where you started. I started tracing my finger, not literally, but it was like I can follow it all the way down the body. It was really cool. Whew.
Very good, Laura. Very, very good. You got a little bit of the hairs on my eyebrows to stand up.
That's quite an achievement.
Yes. All right. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to see if you guys can understand what I'm trying to do here. Just 1 second. Oh, nose, don't stuff up now. Okay. Arise now. Arise, riders of Theoden. Dire deeds awake. Dark is it eastward. Let horse be bridled, horn be sounded. Forth, arrowlings, arise, arise, riders of Theoden. Fell deeds awake, fire and slaughter. Spear shall be shaken, shield shall be splintered. A sword day, a red day, ere the sun rises. Right now, right now, ride to Condor. Brothers shall fall, fight and fell each other, and sisters' sons shall kinship stain. Hard it is on earth with rampant whoredom. Axe time, sword time, shields are splintered, wind time, wolf time, ere the world falls, nor ever shall men each other spare. Arise, arise, riders of Theoden. Spears shall be shaken, shields shall be splintered. A sword day, a red day, ere the sun rises. Ride now. Ride now. Ride for your ruin. And the world is ending. Death, death, death. Go forth, Earlings. What was that?
Felt like the battle for Earth.
Wow.
I've got so much like high frequency coming through me. It started to stream energy through me, and it's wow. Like I've got the shivers.
That was the Rohirrim speech by King Theoden.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a great.
Yep, from Two Towers.
Wow.
Love that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That was really like, oof.
That horn.
Wasn't it? It's like almost a call to arms.
Yes.
The horn of Gondor.
About the dark and light. Sorry, Dale.
It's all right. Wow. What inspired you?
It wasn't what I was.
Andrew?
Go on.
What inspired you to do that one, Andrew?
Whoa.
Say that again. It completely muffled up.
I'm back now. Sorry. Did anybody cry?
I was tearful. A bit tearful.
I was tearful just saying it.
Yeah, the words are amazing. So I think Dale asked the same thing. What inspired you to do that?
I don't know. It just was as Dale was doing, as you were doing yours, it just popped into my head. Do the charge of the Rohirrim. Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
I suppose it's like when you get really good actors reading, like
They have part emotion.
yes,
Yeah.
like Dylan Thomas used to. You know, a voice like Richard Burton. There's something in the frequency of a voice, isn't there? That you're like, oh.
The same thing with Sylvester Stallone with his New York accent. He imparts a sense of power and authority when he does those mafia lines. Okay.
Yeah, it moves. But it's a lot of the time it's stirring something deep within. Well, it always is, isn't it? Because it's in our DNA. So there's something that's triggered in our DNA in all of this. That was a question.
As well as your regular autonomic system.
Yeah.
So DNA is synonymous with autonomic system. Some DNA is deeper suppressed, and some is more on the surface of experience, waiting for the triggers.
Yeah, and the triggers are so often the language as well.
Right. Now, if I had the Rohirrim horn at the end, instead of blowing through a bottle, it would have been a much bigger trigger. Okay? Because that horn in the movie, it triggers. I remember being in the movie theater watching people live, and people the hairs on the back of their head go up.
Yeah.
Because that sound of that horn is synonymous with human war. Okay? Everyone's heard it in their lifetimes.
Yes, of course. Yeah. So it really is stirring something deep within.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's Sean Bean's character called on the first one again? Because he blows. Yeah, that's it. He blows a horn at the end, doesn't he, when he's getting chased?
Where is this from?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Fellowship of the Ring, and obviously all the rest of them have horns.
That was the Two Towers, the charge of the Rohirrim.
That's my favorite one. That out of all of them,
where the orcs were attacking. What was the name of the city?
Helm's Deep, is it?
Helm's Deep. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you remember the movie, Amy?
I do. I only watched the first one. Is it in the first one?
Holy shit, you have missing out on life.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
You make sure you watch the extended editions. Don't do the standard theatrical. If you're
Okay.
going to put the time into watching the other ones, watch the extended editions.
Okay. I will do that. It's so funny because I brought with me there's a favorite being Catholic and raised Catholic there. I always loved the St. Francis of Assisi prayer. And
Yes, great one.
I thought, oh, that might be cool to read, ASMR. But now never mind. I won't say that. I'll type it in the chat. But
I wonder how many people are going to watch Lord of the Rings from listening to this now.
Yeah.
Dale, did you know I was doing Lord of the Rings?
I did, yeah, I did.
You recognized it right away?
Yeah. Because I was like, it was like a stream of high energy come through me, like fucking Lord of the Rings, like what the fuck?
Now that was me knowing that anyone that's ever listened to Lord of the Rings will have an autonomic response to those words because it was such a high point of that movie and series.
Mm.
Okay? I could have done this with any other super popular movie and pick the quote or song or thing that would bring a memory of that live moment in which it affected them.
And it was the way you how slowly you
Yes.
your what is it called? What is it
My
called?
whisper rate.
Your
My whisper
cadence.
rate,
Your
which is like a
cadence.
flicker rate. Yeah.
But your cadence with your whisper was wow. I knew it was a speech. You could tell that it was you were on top of a mountain. That's where I saw you. I don't know if it is in the
Right.
movie, but
Yeah, well, there's two parts to that where originally where they're calling all the Rohirrim together, and then they march for 10 days straight, and then they top over a mountain with Gandalf right as the sun is rising. Tens
Oh,
of
yes.
thousands of horses go over
Yeah.
the top of the mountain and charge to the armies of orcs to their death.
wow.
Which is to the death, to the death, to the death.
Yeah.
Look to my coming. Go on, Dale.
What did you say? Look to my coming on the 7th day, is it, or 6th day at a certain point? Yeah. Look to the east.
Look to the east on the 7th day. I shall be on a white horse with the sun behind me.
Yeah.
Wow. Who were the writers of that movie?
Let's see. It was done by what's his face?
Eckhart Tolle.
Because that's really it's all about the writing, isn't it?
Yep. Well, that's
Tolkien.
Tolkien's words just edited to fit a movie.
Oh, okay.
But what it shows is that you can achieve, you can still achieve the tingles, and that's a new word.
Tingles, I like that.
The fingles. That's feeling and tingles together,
Yes.
and the deep feeling and the deep remembrances. It doesn't all have to be like, say, I did it like just focusing on the body, or like they're doing out on the internet, doing the Reiki and so on. What Andrew did achieves the same result, doesn't it? Because it's a huge distraction from what's going on, and it puts you back in your body all the time because you're reconnecting to those DNA memories or whatever it is that, what we were talking about earlier, it's not just the memories, is it? It's how it's feeling in your body now as well. So it's putting you back in your body, which I suppose is part of it, isn't it, Andrew? Because so many people, with all the chaos and everything that's going on, people are leaving their bodies as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Would you imagine doing that to someone who's traumatized, but you ask them what their favorite films are, and one of them's Lord of the Rings, and you do that? You're like, holy shit.
Wow.
So what I'm saying, it doesn't always have to be gentle, does it? Because something like that stirs people enough to nudge them out of that the
Stupor.
adrenal base that they've been in.
Yeah, or stupor or whatever it is. Yeah.
I was even thinking of the movie. Oh my gosh, it just left me. Jack Nicholson's in the courtroom with Tom Cruise. And he does.
You want the
Philadelphia.
truth, you can't
A few
handle the
good men.
truth. Yeah.
A few good men.
That's
Yeah, Few Good
Philadelphia,
Men.
isn't it? Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Oh, no,
Maryland.
no.
Maryland, I think.
Yeah.
But even speaking what he said, how he stands there guarded,
Oh, Code Red.
Huh?
The one about Code Red. Jack Nicholson
Red.
and Tom Cruise. Yeah,
But
Code Red. That's A Few Good Men.
But Tom Cruise triggers him and he goes off
Yeah.
on this speech.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't handle the truth.
Yes.
Yeah. So even
Yeah,
something
they are
like that.
tingling moments as well, aren't they, those?
Yeah.
So maybe we need to get Andrew out doing ASMR, reading Tolkien.
I'll do a whole bunch of Lord of the Rings ones.
Yes.
Like the Journey to Khazad-dûm. Deep the dwarves delved until they found something of the evil of the deeps. and you shall not pass.
No rings of power, though, guys. No thanks. Fuck that.
No, not that. But there's other. It's like I like the phrase "winter is coming." I've only just started watching Game of Thrones, but what is it about that? So there's. I was trying to work out why it is I like that phrase, and so there must be something
the way
in
they
it.
say it. The way they say it.
And it's English as well. Like the people who say it are mainly English characters, aren't they? And they say it. You've got like Sheffield
but there's
accent.
something about winter is coming. It's like we've got to go through the dark times before we get beyond that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I get what you're saying.
Different things to different people, but obviously there's a resonance in those words that touches me deeply. But it's just like Andrew's revocations or Andrew's writing, isn't it? The words carry that frequency.
Yeah.
Maybe we ought to be whispering those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Avatar did for us as well. Like some exceptional language and like just like
Avatar. Was there a speech in there, Dale?
There's just loads of wisdom in there all throughout the film. There's loads of teachings about the grandmothers and all. Yeah. And,
Oh, yeah.
And I suppose because of the whispering, it brings a whole new dimension to whatever it is you're saying. So if you give a teaching in a whisper, like you said just now, Andrew, it makes people like zone in because they're having to lean forward and hear. So it's increasing that. It's not just a concentration energy; it's an absorption energy, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Joel's asking if we're going to do another
one. I can do my prayer that I actually brought.
Oh, do?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Is that cool?
Okay, so here's another Rohirrim quote, the one that Aragorn does in the last movie. I'll just do it out in normal. Sons of Gondor, of Rohirrim, my brothers, I see you in your eyes, the same fear that would take the heart of me. A day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day, an hour of wolves and shattered shields, when the age of man comes crushing down. But not this day we fight. By all that you hold dear and good to this earth, I bid you stand, men of the West.
Wow.
And they charge him to their death.
Holy shit.
Whew.
Wow.
The wisdom in those words.
Yep.
That's
Maybe
deep.
we should all just read something that we've got.
Yeah.
In either a whisper or not.
Try.
Yeah.
Try it. Okay. Remember, anybody that has ever seen those movies has it, but even if you're not, there's powerful frequency in those words.
From that movie, Laura, you're talking about? You want to do?
No, anything. I've just called up
Yeah.
something I wrote ages ago. It's only short.
Yeah. Go ahead. Do it.
Okay. I don't know whether to whisper it or not. Let's see how it goes. You are not here to think small, didn't you know? You're here to witness sunrises and see day welcome the night at sunset, to look at the stars, to be more than you think possible, to live your dreams, whatever they are. All those dreams you've got that get hidden because you've not breathed life into them yet, because you've been playing the wrong game, or the only game of life you thought there was, because that's what you were taught from birth. When did you last really feel alive? Really feel your life force flow through you? Really fill yourself with it, overflowing, so that I, the universe, have no option but to co-create with you? Because that's mastery in its purest form. Flowing through you, gathering you up, and hurling you to meet me on equal terms. Masters at play. Don't you think you can do it? Who taught you to think so small? It wasn't me. Look at me. I create stars, planets, galaxies, solar systems, and new universes. Everything. Don't you want to co-create with me? I'm limitless. I already know your worth, and I'm co-creating with your unconscious, whether you're aware of it or not. And then your conscious mind steps in, but being cut off mostly from your unconscious, with no spiritual connection or no belief of your masterful abilities, it continues to hijack all of your unconscious's best moves. But I'll continue to play. I'll create new life forms, recycle old ones, write new mathematical music, and forever play it to you until one day, when you're still enough inside, when you stop running around trying to please that insatiable, insane ego who wants more of something but it's never enough, you'll feel my music deep inside and I'll say, may I have this dance? I've asked you 1,000,000 times and I'll never stop asking, and never stop dancing, never stop writing beautiful music for us to dance to. Whether you're aware of me or not, I'll dance and sing until your restless consciousness acknowledges you're more than you've ever truly believed.
Very good. Very, very good.
Wow.
So good.
Really, really cool.
Woo.
That sounds good in a whisper.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That was good because your inflection happened at the right times.
Oh, cool.
For me.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, I have something I wrote. Actually, well, it was last year. Okay, let me just find it here, guys. Real quick. Got to turn my stuff up. Okay. On this present day of the equinox, as the days are equal with sun and moon, feeling that midpoint of exchange, the light giving into the darkness for the night. As I explore my insights of my sovereign-born being, I no longer give in to the past thoughts of shame, blame, and guilt, for that is what I knew then. But now, in this moment of growth, I must hold the responsibility of what I know now in this present moment. Devotion comes to mind. The devotion to my being that we came here to experience. I allow myself to be in existence here on this beautiful Mother Earth, with her beside me, next to me, inside me, and above me, 360 degrees sight. I allow myself to remember my shaman's gifts, the love of my soul spirit, the love of the Christ consciousness that I know is deep, deep, deep inside me, and to bring all of these gifts forward without hesitation to move the boulder and let them see the light of day that I have kept stored deep in my cells, in my blood, in my marrow. It is time for their beauty to step forward, just like in between that time of the equinox, where the sun and moon exchange their energy of light to dark. Not to be afraid, but to be empowered by their energy of life-giving sustenance that is meant for me, because I am here on this earth to exist with all that she has to give and to co-create with her inexchangeable energies, just like the sun and moon do on the equinox. I now say from deep within the deepest crevices of my heart, and to all of my future heart beings, to all past heart beings, we are here now, past, present, and future, in this timeline of change and growth, as spring shows me every year, and winter reminds me in this silence to await the beauty of the seeds to sprout, just as you did in your mother's womb, dividing and dividing and dividing into this magnificent being, this genius that has come here once again to glow and remember who you are. Those are the mystical seeds you brought with you from the time of conception and all conceptions. These mystical seeds are ready now to see the daylight of your growth, of your remembering, of your love, of your joy, no longer to be hidden deep within Mother Earth. She says it's time. It's time for you to leave the warm nest of her womb and come into the beauty she has provided just for you. You know what that is. It's in the mystical seeds. You are remembering, and for you to remember even more, they need the nourishment of the light from within you and the light of the sun that Mother is providing. Just like when you entered from the birth canal and you saw those bright lights, your mother's eyes, your father's touch. You are here. You are born. And that beautiful cry you let out to tell everyone from around the world and all galaxies and universes, telling them that you made it, that you have arrived. Do you remember? It was like the cry of the wild. I am here. I am here in the ever-present moment, ancient future now. It is time. Wow, beautiful, Amy.
Beautiful, Amy.
Incredible, incredible, Amy.
Yeah.
Thank you. I started off regular voice.
Powerful, Amy.
Almost.
Very powerful.
Thank you, God. I just looked at it again. That was so. Thank you.
See, it's the power of the previous written words that had all the strength and conviction and frequency of its creation redone through this ASMR connectivity.
Yeah, like I haven't seen that since I probably wrote it last year. Wow. Yeah, just like Laura.
Yeah, it's good to revisit them, isn't it? That's
It
a new
is.
frequency, because the way you read them is different at different times.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
gonna be a lot
Added layers of wisdom. Sorry, Dan.
A lot of sound clips from this show.
A lot of.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tina.
Well, guys, we've gone an hour and a half. I think we've given them plenty of food for thought. We will release some more of our own ASMR stuff over the coming weeks for you to enjoy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts? Anybody want to last thing about what the ASMR did for them? Things
Yeah.
of new creativity.
It felt like it, opened a new pathway of creativity for myself. Just seeing other kind of potentials now, on my own growth as well. Just areas where I wasn't wanting to grow, to see myself growing in them. Even though I fine tuned so many different areas of my life and done a lot of stuff, it's like finding now new ways to expand myself through. I'd say feeling uncomfortable, but through the uncomfortableness brings layers of, I'd say, vision and responsibility. And because for me has been quite hard, because it's something I've never done before. I'm so used to being able to talk, able to go into kind of like a flow prayer state is like really easy for me. But when it comes to this is new and something I'm going to explore and expand on. Thank you, Andrew. I love you, and Laura and Amy. And thank you for everything, guys. I really appreciate it. And for all of those listening as well, the comments, likes, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe. And hopefully we'll see you in October and we'll be able to create magic together and have a soul family reunion.
Yes. Oh, that gives me chills. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah, even I mean, I think ASMR is good for finding that different voice within, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Like different ways, because a lot of people struggle to whisper, especially people who talk loud probably don't know how to whisper.
Yeah. So let everybody know we have our event special going on. If you click the QR code in the top left corner, it'll take you right to it. We've added some new specials. So for those of you who want to sign up for the mentorship class, you can also sign up combined to have the mentorship and the retreat for all one price, and you'll be saving $500 if you get the mentorship and the event retreat all in one. All the links are, for those of you who don't do QR codes, all the links are inside the chat room and the description of the show. That's right. October, we're having a live event in McMinnville, Oregon, which is just south of Salem, Oregon, in the United States. We highly encourage you to look up the Manifest package and the No Drug Mystical Experience. It's two separate events combined into one. There will be a way for people to just buy tickets to the conference side, but we have a 2-day conference followed by a 2-day retreat. And our initial package that we're offering is the 2-day conference and the retreat for all one price. That's the early bird price. We highly encourage you to take a look at that. And for those of you who want to have the mentorship along with the collection package, we really encourage you. You will come and meet a community of like-minded people. I will be there. Laura, Dale, David Ellis, and Amy will be there. You get to meet everybody in the GH team. We will have all sorts of powerful information for you. And we're going to be featuring a special piece of technology called ambisonic sound chamber healing. That's multi-dimensional, 3 and 4 dimensions of sound, up, right, left, down, inside, and outside sound, combined with our guided meditations, our individual revocations, the Living the Mystical Life daily teachings, the new teachings that come up. It'll be a powerful journey for those that are ready to open up their world and find some new things together.
Yeah.
So QR code in the top left corner. You can also go to the website, andrewbartzis.com/journey, which is the store. And you can also see all the other things that we have been doing over the last year and a half, all the different products that we have. And I look forward to seeing you all, whether in the mentorship class, at the event, or the retreat.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And the webinar. Don't forget the webinar.
Oh, yeah, we have the webinar at the end of the month where we be doing firing your inner asshole and holding yourself accountable. Everyone has an inner asshole.
Yeah.
Okay? I have fired mine multiple times.
Yep.
And it does work.
And it may whisper. You might not hear it because it might be whispering.
Yes.
Turn up the volume.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everyone. Good night.
Yep.
Thank you.